To the wall, y'all strolling. You wish like Tulsa, Oklahoma. Once you get out here, cross up, downfall, back on the great. First things first, turn to the east. You're going to praise glory to Yahweh, by Shep, Yahweh, by Shep, rock guys. Which is the painted you tongue, training the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honor to the apostle, elder, great millstone, and Shalom. See to the birth, labor, the truth, and Shalom. Brothers and sisters that's listening, and studying to show yourself the proof. So today, y'all, Sarala, like in the atmosphere, the one thing we're starting to see is war. War is going on. You just had Donald Trump talking noise to Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia. They talking about who got the best nuclear submarines. They going back and forth. That's that rumor of kicking up because he wants dude to stop the war with Ukraine. He gave him an ultimatum. Trying to be a dictator. He told dude he got 12 days to shut it down or else. And Vladimir Putin like, man, I don't listen to you. You know what I'm saying? We going, hey, regular schedule programming. So Donald Trump looking bad in the public. So he has to they call it a piss measuring contest. And then after that, you got Cambodia, Thailand start going to war with each other. You got Taiwan and China talking about going to war with each other. You got financial wars about to pop up. The people broke. The rich got all the money, all the greed. So you got a lot of people on TikTok, especially Gen Zers, talking about, I don't know why I go to work. I pay bills, then I'm broke. They talking about, I see people on TikTok talking about, let's go against the system. Let's attack the system. So I'm like, here we go. So you got financial wars, class wars about to go down. You got a dude, he went up in New York and he shot up CEO of Blackstone. They talking about, got hit up. A government official in Virginia got put on fire because he didn't vote for low-income housing. So you just look at it, man, and everything is on war. Everybody on edge. It's a powder keg. This place is about to belly up, man, and it's about to go out with war, man. Spectacular fashion. Because people are at their edge, man. And really, that's the Lord doing that. That's the way to get rid of Babylon the Great. It's going to go out by war.
Hey, like that saying goes, it said once somebody don't have nothing to lose, they lose it.
That's where we at. That's where we at. People ain't got nothing.
You got the people warring with each other. You got families warring with themselves, and then you got Jake and Ham going at it hard right now. Talking about foundation of Black Americans and the Africans is going at it. The Africans like, yes, you want war with us? Okay, we can have war. And telling their doctors to stop helping Jake patients and stuff in the hospitals and all kind of stuff. So you even got wars of the people. There's war all the way around.
That's wars of the nation right there. You got Hamites versus Israelites. You got Moabites versus Israelites. Ishmael, everybody want to fight against Jake. Jake up here done had enough. You look at the Cincinnati brawl. Jake putting hands on Edomites. Something that wouldn't have happened 10, 20 years ago. That Jake want to get at Esau, man. He getting roused up. Jake mad. Jake, all I want to do is pay my bills, live a peaceful life, eat some good food. But everybody want to attack Jake at this point. Why? Because Yahweh Shah is coming to, he's backing us up at this point in time. Our power is coming back. Plus, we're not dealing with nobody else. We're being isolated. The other nations don't like that because they need our energy and resources in order to thrive. They're like, how dare you invite your own to the barbecue and not tell us about it, not deal with us, and not spend your money with us? That's the problem. Jake, what they call it, minding my black business. Jake is all of a sudden now hey, we just gonna deal with each other. And other nations nah, y'all can't do that. That's offensive. Jake used to giving everybody else something and never dealing with their own. Jake always been spread out thin. And they used to Jake having low self-esteem, hating themselves. Now all of a sudden Jake is in a reawakening period. We already in the truth. And you got other Jake, they all trying to figure it out. Jake is on a spiritual discovery right now, and it's offending other nations. How dare you do that? And I'm gonna bring this out right here. Yeah, it's about to be annoying. I'm gonna bring this out real quick. It's Joel 3:9. It says, "Proclaim yea this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up." Verse 10, "Beat your plowshares and the swords, and your prudent hooks and the spears. Let the weak say, I am strong." And that's the problem right now. You got Yasharala, which in Babylon the Great America, we was considered weak. Now we're saying we're strong because now we're starting to see just like all our capabilities. Like, man, our people built this country. The country's built off our backs, our ideas, our inventions, our energy, everything. And now Jacob's like, man, hold up. I'm not weak, I'm strong. Who told me I was weak? Oh, Esau, the so-called white man said that. He's a liar. So now you got the weak saying I'm strong. You even got weak nations saying they strong. They going to Esau Eve like, I don't want your foreign aid. I'm about to sell my own gold, my own cocoa, my own rubber, and you're going to pay top dollar for it. You know, you got what? Burkina Faso, they got that leader, Avian Traore. He changing the mix over there. Why? Because he got Russia backing him up. So everybody's talking noise to Babylon the Great America. You know, Moab like, I don't need your stuff. They got BRICS nations. We'll trade amongst each other. We don't need America. We don't need none of your stuff. Keep your butt over there. All you do is defile everybody and make everybody drunk with your whack philosophy. So now everybody, that's gonna start war. Cause you know America get down. America like, you better buy my stuff or else. You better use my US dollar. You better buy my little shitty products that we make over here. You better do that. If not, I'm about to send Apache helicopters. I'm about to send the US military over there and blow your, like Trump said, your little shithole country off the map. And then you look at who we got as president, you know it's wartime. Man, Trump, that's war. That's all he talk about, man. Trump is like a very prideful Edomite. And he loves that sword. He hang his hat on that sword. Like, I'll blow this up, I'll blow that up. So you better, do what we say do. The other countries like, hey, man, we got other Edomites backing us up, man. The bear said no. Russia said no. China said no. Moab is the Lord's wash pot. Hey, Moab, send them drones over and clean your butt up. Your military weak. Your soldiers over there twerking in their military outfits. I don't feel like they ain't ready for mine. Mine over here breaking boards and stuff, laying on nails, you know what I'm saying, breaking concrete. Your soldiers over there finger popping each other's butthole. I don't think y'all got it like that no more.
Getting transitional surgery and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, y'all ain't strong no more. Your military weak. Then another thing, I put an article in. Babylon Great don't even feed their soldiers like that. You got soldier families going to food banks. You know, that ruins morale. So right now, Babylon Great really is hanging their hat on technology. When it comes to infantry, your soldiers, man, weak, man. Trash. There's a lot of women in the U.S. military. A lot of them say, I didn't sign up to go fight. I signed up for the GI Bill, to get benefits. So Babylon Great, as far as infantry go, half of it ain't worth shit. Straight up. Other countries, they more battle tested. You know, they living on scraps. They really been punching and breaking trees with their legs. Like if it go infantry, Babylon Great get whooped easily. So right now, Babylon Great is hanging their hat on technology. It really, they behind on the technology aspect. Because you got China really is more robotic. China is ahead of America. And if China's ahead of it, bet Japan is too. Japan gonna turn against Babylon the Great too. I bet Russia is probably neck and neck, you know, as far as technology. But they say they got better nuclear missiles, better war stuff. Go ahead, huh?
Hey, China later on this year, they gonna come out with their mechanical army. They said that, you know how they be doing them little parades. I don't know what time they do, but they said they next parade they gonna break out what they working with and let the world know that, you know, we ain't bullshit. These motherfuckers already got us outnumbered, and now they gonna show that shit. We about to show you what we working with on the mechanical front, because they know Esau got some bullshit in the background, and they gonna force E to break his shit out. Because, you know, you ain't gonna be able to get no human. This motherfucker coming out with Terminator, and you want me to join the army to go out there and do what for you? This motherfucker got robots.
Hey, they said the U.S. military gonna lay it down. Then you want me to attack? I'm hearing Trump wants to increase the military presence in Babylon the Great. I don't see a lot of them. Like, I done signed for the military to shoot up little Ray Ray in Detroit. What the heck? I signed up to go shoot other people overseas, not shoot up American citizens. So I can see civil war, the military about to split, man. Because a lot of people that sign up for that, man. And Donald Trump, I noticed he's not a military. He doesn't treat the military personnel right at all, man. He don't really.
They don't respect him.
He ain't really.
He a draft dodger. Man, I could push it for you. Next time y'all got to do one, so y'all don't have to.
But yeah, he's not a good morale for the military, man. So I'm saying, U.S. military has been demoralized. The people has been demoralized. That's why I say I can see the people. They about to start fighting the U.S. government in a minute.
This is Luke 12:49. It says, I have come to send fire on earth, and what will I be if it's already kindled? And that's the Lord right there, man. He said he's coming to send fire on earth. But what if it's already kindled? That means on earth before he even come back, it's going to be war, problems, trouble, chaos, and everything. And we're in the midst of that right now. And it's only going to get worse until the Lord crack them skies and send that nuclear fire, which is going to be the end of all war, man. But like, we're in that time where, hey, the fire is already kindled. Everybody's going at each other's throat. Hey, it's a powder keg out here. And it's just one little spark, and it's about to blow up completely.
I got a quick one right here too, but it's going back over what Tay was saying earlier when he said, "Field, let the weak say I'm strong," and then when it went into about Jake, Jake at one point was weak in America because we don't have no infrastructure. It's still like that to this day, but the Lord is pretty much our foundation. He's our infrastructure, right? So this is Isaiah chapter 41. We start at verse 13. It said, "For I, the Lord Yahweh, with thy power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee." All right. So in this time, we know that Yahweh is going to help us in the time of need. Okay. And in verse 14, and it said, "Fear not, thou worm Jacob." Okay. And if you know how worms are, they when they come out in on a concrete or a scorching, they be prey to birds and stuff like that. So this is the Lord saying that we're basically like worms. All right. Then he said, "And ye men of Israel, I will help thee, said the Lord, Yahweh and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountain and beat them small, and shalt make the hills as chaff." And in verse 16, "Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them, and thou shalt rejoice in the Lord, Yahweh, and shall glory in the Holy One of Israel." And see, right here, and it said, verse 15, it said, "Behold, I will make thee a sharp threshing instrument," which it lines up perfectly with what the Lord said, "I will make thee thy battle axe." All right. And so when it says the weak shall say, "I am strong," for Yahshua, the Lord gonna make us battle axe. He's gonna make us spiritual soldiers, the 144,000. Okay, we're gonna be like King David in his time, man.
He said he will renew our strength.
Right.
So we are weak. The Lord gonna renew our strength. We're gonna go back to being strong. If we go back to being strong, like Trick says, the Lord is a man of war. So we're gonna go back to the men of war, man. We're gonna be warriors. We're gonna subdue our enemies. So that's gonna be that's a faction versus another faction. And they're gonna war. It's gonna be a fight. So all these little soft people, it's all about peaceful, want that little soft approach. They're not ready for war. I don't know what to say for them, man. They gonna lose it because war is definitely coming.
I got that precept to back you up. This is Jeremiah 51 and 20. It says, "Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee I will break in pieces the nations, and I will and with thee I will destroy kingdoms."
And see that part right there when he said, "With thee I will destroy kingdoms." Again, I gotta read this again, man. Let me read that again, because he said, my battle act is war, weapons of warfare. He said, "With thee I will break kingdoms." Okay, and see, and this lines up perfectly with Isaiah 41 and 16, because he said, "Thou shalt fan them away, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them, and thou shalt rejoice in the Lord, Yahweh." So that's that. The Lord giving the nation of Israel that spiritual power. Okay, he's destroying nations, and it also goes into and he said, "Thou shalt thresh the mountain." Okay, mountains represent government. Okay, government's a nation. All right, and so that's when the Lord is gonna make us strong in the time of pretty much Jacob's trouble. All right, that's what we're looking for.
An example of that, I just watched that Superman movie. You want to see that? That's like, man, that movie was so spiritual, so many levels. I'm like, dang, he just put it right there in your face, man. Which, hey, Lord willing, I'll do a review on that, y'all. But the 144,000 gonna be like Superman. Superman gets his strength. What? He gets his strength from the sun. We got our strength from the sun. Who's the sun? Yahweh Shah. So you're gonna see brothers mount up. They said mount up with wings like an eagle. We're gonna have flight, super strength. And you're gonna see, hey, and then like in the movie, Lex Luthor, he represents Elon Musk, Donald Trump, you know, and in the movie lets you know, like, they're jealous of us because they know the Lord is going to strengthen us at a certain time. You're gonna see that, and at least they know that. So what they got to do is they got to put your mind, make you seem like, you know, your mind you weak and keep you in a self-destructive mindset. That's why they like to push all that stuff in the rap music, all the stuff in entertainment. They want Jake to be a hood nigga because the hood nigga is carnal. That's carnality. Nothing spiritual about a hood nigga. Hood nigga gonna get ran straight through when this war break out. Because war is coming, man. That like Esau's waging war on the children of Israel right now. You see that? He started with the northern tribe, Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. You know, that's happening. And that's what Esau, that's what he's doing, man. Yeah, it'll work like that. I appreciate it. Wow. So
I want to say something real quick. Hey, Esau's main goal is to keep Jake living in sin because he know that if he keep us living in sin, then the Most High is not going to give us a spiritual power on the whole. But he doesn't realize it's a third of us that's already turned back. All of us may have not. That's what we're waiting on the rest of the elect to wake up. But Esau's little tactics of keeping Jake living in sin, we're beyond that. We didn't change our life to not even honor that in our life anymore. So his plan is not going to work.
Right there, that lines up perfectly with what Daniel said. The serpent is more cunning, or was it more wiser than Daniel?
Yeah.
And that's Esau because he's wise enough to know that the Lord will turn your back when you committed basically in sin. You know, as the scripture says, wisdom does not dwell in the body that's subject unto sin. And that's the whole point. That's the whole strategy. Esau basing infrastructure his strategy around trying to keep Jacob Yashua in that simple lifestyle because he knows that our power is not going to deal with us when we are living in that lifestyle.
The lost sheep. You're a lost sheep. Esau not worried about you. You're not about to do nothing. You ain't gonna make no type of impact. None of that. So when you see a little hood nigga, little Ray, he like, okay, yeah, we got him. But when you see us out here on the highway hedges, calling the name of the Lord, how about to be out with shot? That's a perfect thing. Then they never break out that Newport or my bad, the Marlboro. And he smoking the cigarette, like, man, what we gonna do? Then the CIA office, he ever smoking the whole pack, like, what the heck? I done put this out here, I done put that out there, and they still hollering for the Lord, and then they change their ways up, like, how to, that's a scary thing. Like, we done spent trillions of dollars. We done went years, generations to keep them in a lower state, and they broke out of that. So that's Yahweh flexing on Esau, and that's scary to him. See, like, dang, all the stuff I did to break these people, and now all of a sudden they coming back. So that's what's that, Romans 12:2? They're renewing their mind. This devil witnessing that. So now he got to bring the heat on everybody just because of this small group. Like, that goes in the Revelation 12th chapter, man, that remnant from that woman is making this devil rap. See, like, man, I don't like that. I even got sleeper agents. I got IUIC, IUSK to throw them off, but yet you still got certain brothers that see past that, it's levels to this, We didn't fall into that, when we ain't in that IUIC, IUSPK spirit. So what's going to happen, he going to have to bring physical war, man. That little finesse game over with. And it's going to lead to this right here, the second Esdras 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Verse 15. But the sword and destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand. Verse 16. For there should be sedition among men, and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and of course the acts stand in their power. We're saying that right now. People like, man, I ain't listen to the government. You got people knocking off CEOs. You got right now, MAGA is split. Like we just seen, I showed us, it's a protest against Trump in Tulsa, Oklahoma. No Kings protest. That's one people standing and fight against another. Dude was talking noise. I put it on the TikTok. Dude talking noise to somebody else, like, shut up, you little stupid chick. Read the Constitution. They talking like they about to get outside and bang real quick, like over Donald Trump. So that's that sedition among men. And let the gas prices shoot up. Let the grocery prices shoot up. Everybody already complaining now. Let gas go to $7 a gallon. Oh man, I wouldn't want to go to that city hall. They're gonna be in there, straight fisticuff. I wouldn't want to be a police officer. Police gonna be the first people to get attacked when the system start to belly up. buying guns. So when the war really kick off, man, hey, everybody gonna have a gun. You're gonna hear it's gonna sound like the 4th of July back in the 90s. You're gonna just blah, 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 boom. And then once that war take off, you know they got a what's it called? Order out of chaos. I got to get back order, so I got to bring in UN troops, national what's it called? Department of Homeland Security troops got to come in. I just beefed up ICE. ICE got to kick in. Hey, we got to get control of the city. So they're gonna be out here fighting and banging. You gonna have militia groups out here fighting and banging. They're gonna be like, we fight for the Constitution. You gonna have what they call that? I'm trying to think of all the groups. You're gonna have Stormfront. You're gonna have Antifa. Proud Boys, Antifa, Black Lives Matter. You have all these different factions fighting. Islam. You have the new Black Panther Party. Yeah. You know,
sleeper cells.
Right here, sleeper cells. Nigga camps, Sakari, IUSPK. Gonna be out here banging. Hey, it's gonna be a free fall, man. You're gonna just see war.
This is Ecclesiastes 3:8. A time of love and a time of hate. In a time of war, in a time of peace. And right now, we're in that time of hate and that time of war right now. And everything the brother just said, hey, that's prophecy jumping off the page.
You notice how it says, at first it says the time of war and the time of hate first, then it goes to the time of peace, which basically is saying that, you know, if things gonna get worse before that peace comes. And who's gonna bring that peace? It's Yahweh Shai. Right? He's gonna come and he's gonna destroy all of the government system. You know, man, that's when we're gonna be, you know, that's when we're gonna be living in heaven right there, you know, because heaven is gonna be right here on earth. You know, Yahweh Shai is gonna want to set that the heaven on earth.
Bringing that true peace. But we're gonna before then, you gotta go through that birth pain, that war.
Yeah. And that birth pain, when a baby gets birth, is a lot of blood. Very bloody. You know, it's violent, it's bloody.
Sorry.
And it's gonna be a whole lot of that, man. Let's hit the top. The top.
Oh, yeah. I thought I clicked on it. Okay. I got it.
Yeah. So, man, hey, like I said, birth pains, man, it's real bloody, man. It's a lot of pain. It's violent. Women probably feel a little sorrow, but at the end of it, man, then it's gonna be that peace, man. The Lord got to do our enemies. Like I said, right now, Esau got mountains. You know, the next they got mountains. They rule like a mountain, man. We can't do nothing about it. The Lord gotta, beat that down. How you gonna beat it down? First, gonna start with war. War gonna break out. You gotta run. He's doing divide and conquer. The Lord said, "Hey, I ain't come to bring peace. I come to bring a sword." So he's gonna divide everything up. They're gonna be all scattered and breaking it down. And then the ICBM, the nuclear missile, is what's gonna blow those mountains up. Esau ain't gonna have no foundation. His foundation's about to get melted with thermonuclear fire.
Yeah, on the back here about it being the blood that you was talking about. This is Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. And that's essentially America's gonna be an altar. And like all sacrifices before Yahweh Shai, it was by blood, and that's what's gonna happen in the end. The way that America won't need to be cleansed, it's gonna be destroyed, but in the Holy Land, the fake Jews, their blood is what's gonna cleanse the land over there for us.
That's a big war over there. You got the Israelis, but a lot of people expanded, because they're scared. They lost their false identity. They just doing identity theft, stole our identity, saying they us for so many years. Now because of the internet, you got AI, and there's people that's looking to it spiritually, and their covering cast is gone. And when they been gone, now they feeling naked. They like say, they like Cain. They like a vagabond. So now they have to run around scrambling and trying to find somewhere to hide because they cover been blown. And with them doing that, what they doing? They unalive. They bring war everywhere all around them. Syria, Lebanon, like everybody surrounding them countries getting straight war because of what they going.
They're fighting everybody in the damn region over there, bringing chicken on war and chaos. And it shows you who the devil is over there, who's causing all the chaos. And everybody, the scriptures say, the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And shit, everybody pointing the finger like, who's doing all of that? It's them. And everybody fighting back now. The Lord putting that war spirit on all the nations. weak are saying they're strong. The Lord is putting looks in people's jaws, bring them forth like, nah, it's your time. You got to come up here, man. You got to fight. So that's the spirit that the world is in right now.
And that's why they keep the war in Ukraine going. Because once Russia take over that, they can march all the way down, just like the scripture says. They can cross the Euphrates. But the only thing that's keeping them from doing that now is the war in Ukraine is kind of blocking Russia's ability to march down into Israel.
They get it, though.
Yeah.
They get more land, more counties, more cities. He just slowly march through that sucker. The USA say, I can't keep giving y'all supplies. I can't keep giving y'all. I can't keep supplying you because really it's a lost war. It shows, like the scripture say, Russia's winning that war in Ukraine based on prophecy. And look at the USA and the Israelis and NATO. Like y'all fighting a losing war. And I noticed they didn't want to go all in on that war. They just wanted to give supplies and give weapons, and that ain't enough. For you to truly win that war, you have to fully dedicate and get off in there. And they didn't want to do that. They really don't want to bang with that bird. And they want to hold back like, oh, I've been the peaceful one. Russia's the bad guy. Russia doing this. I'm just trying to help out and really like, man, stuff going and lingers. Hey, Israeli, Netanyahu and Trump, they both in the hot seat. Both of them got the same issue, same problem. Both of them lost public opinion. You know, Netanyahu looking like a criminal. And then you got Donald Trump following the same thing. He looking like a war criminal. You know, he's following that same thing. So now they got to kick up other stuff to distract from the fact that they, you know, done messed up. You know, Trump got Epstein files. Netanyahu ain't you know, he's a false Jew.
Everybody pointing at Trump because he bring on the fact that, hey, I'm going to end all wars. I'm going to be the savior. I'm going to end every war. But now he's showing his true colors and kicking up war everywhere.
Netanyahu, he facing charges too. Netanyahu, he facing charges too.
Yeah, major charges. That's why they doing what they doing. They both in the same boat, same ship. So now they got to go create all this war, and that's the Lord doing that. The Lord made all that happen, man. He puts them wicked men in office.
And this is why. This is Exodus 15:3 says, the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. The Lord is a man of war. Hey, he's going to bring war on his earth, man. He got to put Israel back on top. And how are he going to let all these nations fight each other, man, and judge them in the valley of Jehoshaphat, as the valley of judgment, as the scriptures call it, man.
God, and one thing too, war brings famine. Once war break out, it ruins the stability of society. So all them running trucks, running food to the grocery store, so you go in and buy it. When war really break out in full intensity, ain't none of that. Ain't no go to work. Ain't no go to Walmart and shop. Now you in the house held up, you know what I'm saying, looking out, trying to protect your family when war really break out. So that's gonna bring the famine because a lot of people ain't preparing for war. So they only got like 3 days worth of food in their refrigerator. You know, then they ate all the bologna. Now the man got to go out and hunt, scavenge for food, and he may lose his life hunting for some noodles to bring back to the family. They got one pickle in the refrigerator, 6 things of Roman noodles, and some crackers. That ain't gonna get it done. No bottled water. So now they're gonna tell her, hey Fred, you gotta get out there and go get some and feed the family. Be a man.
Some baking powder and some bread crust in the refrigerator. He got to go out there.
God, got some baking soda. Yeah, he ain't got no food. A lot of people don't prepare, especially Babylonians, Americans. Yeah, they think everything always gonna be hunky dory. You know, so they don't. You got preppers, but a majority of them ain't preppers, man. Especially women. You know, women think everything gonna always go easy. They used to a life of comfort. And I know when I'm talking about female cousins, like you can't talk to them about no war. They get scared. They switch up to some Diddy stuff, or you know what's going on in the family. I'm like, man, you need to be paying attention. This is about to happen. And you know what they say? Like my cousin said, you being negative. Like, nah, man, I'm being honest and truthful with you. War is coming. See, they don't like those that rebuking the gate and those that they want us to prophesy deceit. They don't want us to tell the real. They say, give us smooth things. We're talking about war. That's depressing. That's stressful. I don't want to think about war. But like, if you're in your right mind, you better think about it because that's what the Lord is bringing. And you better be in the secret place of the Most High.
You know, one of them, you should be prepared for it, man. Because like, if you're not thinking of war, when war hits you, you're gonna be caught off guard. You're gonna be spinning around in circles. Like, what am I gonna do when I'm all hysterical? And that's gonna lead to your demise or you getting somebody else killed or deleted.
Crying. They're gonna be crying. Blowing snot, but why they doing that? What's happening? Especially like if you ain't been paying, you don't know what's going on. It just hit you like bam, war.
Especially right now, since we're in the time of war and rumors of wars. So like it ain't full blown yet. So you might as well like wrap your mind that this is gonna happen because hey, it gotta happen.
Exactly. I just want to make what they was just saying. Hey, the show that's true. Whenever war break out in a new area, at least half of the citizens become refugees, and they need saving. And that's what's gonna happen here. When war finally hit here, half of the people that you see, they ain't gonna be the ones fighting. They're gonna be what referred to as refugees. They're gonna be trying to get out the way and gonna be needing saving.
And then it make it easy for Esau. Say if you ain't prepared for war, you don't know war is coming. The Lord said it. Esau come down the block like coming to this concentration camp.
Yeah, get on the bus.
Yeah, get on the bus. We got food, we got shelter, we got water. And shoot, that devil might lead you to a concentration camp. They coming up with their device, like, okay, to stay here, you got to get this MOTB in your skin. We got to put a tracker in to keep you safe. And if you don't know nothing, you're going to get the MOTB, and you're done after that point. And you had the choice to get salvation through your house, especially if you're a man of Israel. Like, you supposed to be on the front lines of this fight. You know, if you got a lot of dudes, you know, they alphabet agenda, they all want to be a little nigga, you know, a little rare, all that, they're going to be getting chipped up. That's because they weren't prepared, and they didn't respect the prophets. We out here putting the message out like, Lord bringing war, man. It's best to get right. So really, if you're in the right mind, you'd be asked the questions like, man, who going at war? What's the war like? What am I? What am I supposed to do? How do I prepare? Like, this is time to ask questions and get ready for war.
This is Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And since the end is not yet, you got time to prepare for it. But Jake ain't really preparing for it, especially Eve ain't really preparing for it. You know how like if something breaks down right now, like all the truckers stop, they're gonna be fucked. Like cause like they don't ever have food in their house. They like to go out to eat and all of this and shit. So it's just like that. Like if you ain't prepared for what's gonna come, hey, you're gonna be caught out there in it. In verse 7 it says, and nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. And all of these things is happening. So it's letting you know, hey, war is definitely gonna come. Hey, there was a big earthquake just off the coast of, what was that, Alaska? Was that 8.8 or something like that?
That was Russia.
Russia, yeah. And tsunami warnings everywhere. Hey, the Lord, hey, these prophecies are jumping off the page. The Lord is warning you and giving you a chance right now in this grace period to come to the knowledge, get under him, under the wings of the Almighty, and be covered. But hey, a lot of people ain't gonna do that. They're gonna get caught out there, and when war and all hell do break loose, they're just gonna be stuck.
You say that, I got some to back that up too. Because you want that Job protection, which people in the truth is gonna get, but people outside of it, they're not gonna get it. And we be trying to tell them how to get it, but they are like, shut up, nigga. Are you too harsh with it? Or I ain't listening to you, broke. You know, you ain't got no status, nigga. Who is you? Nigga, you ain't no government official. You ain't on TV. You ain't no rapper. You ain't no athlete. Why am I listening to you? You know, even though the Lord didn't even try to put it out through the bug outs. You heard Kanye West, Kyrie Irving, you know, so it did try to go out. It's just Jake don't, man, they so caught up in distractions and bogged down with stuff that don't matter to where when it hit, they're going to be crying to us and looking for it, and we're going to be put up. I'm going to bring this out right here because this is the type of protection you want. This is Job 5:20. In famine, he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. See? So the Lord said, hey, my hopeful elect going to be taken care of. They're going to eat during war, and they're going to be protected during war. I'm going to do those things because I want to show my power. The Lord want to do what he did back with Moses and when we was up under that Egyptian captivity. The Lord want to show us, so he want to flex. And the best way for the Lord to flex is to bust everything up, have everything chaotic, and then show his people living good, like still having stability. Like my people still good. They still eating. They still safe. Like that's me doing that, man. That's me. I'm Yahweh Bashar. You hear my people calling on my name? That's me. You know, the Lord like that. He like, that's me. You know what I'm saying?
I got one to bag you up. This is Deuteronomy 20:1. It says, when you go out to war against your enemies and see horses and chariots and armies larger than your own, you shall not be afraid of them, for the Lord your power is with you, who brought you up out of the land of Egypt.
Back it up, see? Brought you out of the land of Egypt, see? Backing up, so the Lord want to do that again. So he's telling us right there, like you read in that scripture earlier, he said, be not troubled, for all these words come. So us in this truth, we not troubled. We putting in work right now. We're putting money in our spiritual piggy banks, and when war break out, we're not gonna be like, oh, what's going on? What's happening? Like right now, we got a finger on the pulse. We know what countries are doing what. We know why they doing it. So none is gonna come to a surprise of us. When we see it, they announce, oh, we ain't doing the US dollar no more. They won over here. We like, we knew it was coming. So that brings some ease and comfort because we know what's going on versus people that's in the world. That's gonna hit them by surprise. They're like, what? No more truckers. And they're gonna go to instant anxiety and start crying and calling it. What they gonna do about that? The government got a plan for that. Who gonna protect me? Like that's not gonna be our mindset. We're not gonna be doing that. And then we're gonna be into this right here. This is Job 5:21. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue. Neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. And then verse 22, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. So the Lord said when destruction and famine come, we're gonna laugh. We're gonna laugh at you 2/3.
I was gonna read 19.
What 19?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, I want to read?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Job 5:19, it says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yeah, in the 7th, there shall be no evil touch thee. And in the end, that's what's going to happen. It's true believers. We ain't worried about what Esau was talking about because we know we're going to have the protection in the end.
And it said, man, with the 7 troubles, no evil should touch you.
Yeah.
That's going to them World War III, them ICBM missiles, man. The believers going to be beamed up in chariots. So they're not going to be touched by the ICBM nuclear fire. Because then, like I said, 6 troubles. That's I think that represents the captivity we done been into, that we done been in. So we're in the last captivity. Now we're about to get free. So that's one thing that's why we ain't gonna be troubled either. We know all this war is coming for us to get free. So we're not gonna be afraid of it. We're gonna be like, really embracing it. Like, yes, I ain't gotta go to work. You know what I'm saying? War broke out. I ain't gotta go deal with Esau.
I don't know how many times that thought that came to me. Like,
yeah, we looking forward to that. That's the retirement, man. When the war break out, ain't no more go to work.
Man, that's the true retirement, man. Like not this retirement bullshit in America where they got fucking Social Security check to get every month. Nah, that ain't no real retirement.
You still got to deal with Esau.
Yeah, you got to give them the money back though. What slavery is when the person that you get your money from, then you got to turn around and get that money and give it back to them for all the things that you need in life. There's no way that you can win that.
False system, man. So the opposite is bringing a real system. When he bring it, it's gonna be like I said, real retirement. You get up on that chair, that's gonna be real rest. We're not gonna go back to punching the clock, man. And that's what we waiting on. So we're gonna be in a different spirit when World War III breaks out. When war break out and everybody fight, we ain't gonna be in there. Why they doing that? We ain't gonna be. I just want to go back to normal. We're not gonna be in that spirit, man. We're gonna be rejoicing like Scripture just said, man. And the Lord said, hey, if you truly part of the hopeful land, you're going to be taken care of.
The scripture said, better is the end of a thing than the beginning. So, like, when all hell breaking loose, like, this is the end of this. Hey, man, better for this. Hey, because, hey, what's coming next is the kingdom, man.
So we're going to be rejoicing. That's going to mess people up around us. They're like, why is this dude all in a calm state? And that's when, like, men going to get that Isaiah 4:1. Because women going to see that, like, hold up. He not crying. He not scared. What do you know? Oh, that's when all the women gonna be like, teach me about your God. I want to know about Yahweh. Then they're gonna be wanting to hear scripture. You know what I'm saying? Then they're gonna be wanting to hear about the Lord at that time. Because Esau's system gonna get busted out. It's gonna be destroyed at that point. So everything they put their hat on, buying weaves, eyelashes, and turning up on what they say, show out for the ground, being on face, all that's gonna be null and void.
Yeah, I got one to back up what you were saying. This is Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. And that's what you were saying. That's what they're going to see in us. Because we're going to be calm, collective in the time where everybody else is panicking because we know what's to come. They don't realize that, like you were saying, the beginning of the sorrows of when war starts, Man, that's like the end of everything for us in the beginning of our salvation, or how y'all just put it, is a retirement. You know, we see that as, man, we finally get the rest.
Man, we finally get the rest, because ain't no rest about Babylon the Great. It keeps you constantly on the move. You got to pay bills, pay this, go to work, deal with this. The medical field of Babylon the Great is straight trash. Straight trash. You know, the education system is trash. Dealing with children, it's hard as hell to raise children in Babylon the Great, man. It's so much BS you gotta try to protect the children from. You really can't get them all from it. Like, you just gotta pray to the Lord that, you know, we make it, because they're gonna see it on TV, they're gonna see it out the public. Like I said, you might go to Walmart and then a smoker run up butt naked. Your children gotta be subject to that, you know, because she out of her mind and things are going crazy. She ain't getting the mental health that she needs. And all the money is here. It's just you got the billionaires suck everything up, and because they like war. But that's Esau's nature. He don't know how to really rule anything. You know, all he does is he's a nigger. He's greedy. He just grabs everything up, and he's a bloody man. So Esau, you know, contrary to popular belief, Esau likes war. He likes to look on his camera and see people get unalive, and get shot up and blew up. That's what Esau likes. Esau like to see explosions. The pyromaniac. You know, that's why they all competing to make the bigger bomb. You know, so Lord, like, hey, I'm about to use that against you.
That's why I say he can't sleep unless he do cause mischief.
God, let's do some wickedness.
That's what Trump and Putin was, when they was bragging about they nuclear submarines. That's what they was doing. They was bragging about who got the biggest gun.
God, yeah. I like to do that. Yeah, and then, like I said, that's what they was doing, man. They talking about who gonna blow something up. Both of them is Edomites, you know. So that's their war right there. And then, like, you know, Jacob look at that like, Russia and America ain't gonna go to war. I'm like, bullshit. Like, when you look at it, it's like boxing. You know, they do the weigh-in or before the fight, they hype it up. You know, they're like, nigga, my right is so explosive. You ain't seen my sneaky left. That's what Trump and Putin is doing right now. They all bragging about who got the biggest hit. It's kind of like the weigh-in. You know, they do face-to-face.
They in the press.
Yeah, they do the face-to-face. And he be like Tyson when he slapped Paul, you know. Then they hyping it up right now. But eventually, they're going to go to war. Like, all of them gonna bang for supremacy. You know, like I said earlier, once Russia wraps up Ukraine and gets all that his territory, then he's gonna be able to march through, get NATO, and march right on through. And then they said it's only 50 miles that separates Alaska from Russia. So he can just march right on through that, take Alaska, you know, and then march from the north and come on down. I think Canada just give it up. You know, they look weak. Canada
Russia
like,
already doing that.
Yeah,
they building bases in Antarctica. So as soon as the shit jump off, they gonna be right next to Alaska. That shit is a wrap for them.
Yeah, we're right on through. I think Canada gonna just took their butt up. Like, we don't want it.
They don't like America.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot Canada and America bang.
Yeah, they gonna be pointing Americans out. There they go right there.
And they gonna open the gate up. Like, here, go get them. Yeah, we ain't liking them anyway. There you go.
They gonna have water like at the marathon. They gonna be the ones that have the water on the side. Here you go, some you need some hydration.
Especially if Russia offers some resources, like we got oil. Hey, we'll give you this, we'll give you that. We got this. That's all it takes, a phone call. Hey, you want to join BRICS? Hey, if you look up Canada and BRICS, you know what I'm saying? It's another fee in that sucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, golly, I forgot about that. Yeah, Canada and America is banging. And it felt that the stupidity of Babylon the Great, their wisdom is gone. They elected the worst dude at the worst time for them, man. Donald Trump is the worst person they could have put in office.
And Russia had didn't Russia have battleships on in Cuba?
Yep,
so
they do.
And shit, they can go through
They
Mexico.
Yep.
And Mexico is beefing with Babylon the Great.
China got control of the Panama Canal, basically.
Yeah, and they got Asians in Mexico. I'm like, what the heck is an Asian, the Chinese man doing in Mexico? So they could just run on through. Like I said, I think they already in this sucker, man. Tell you the truth, the immigration crisis. I think Russia, China is already here. Probably got their people in top level jobs, and they're gonna stick their flash drive in the water control system.
They already said a lot of Chinese nationalists is buying up land next to these military bases.
Yeah. See what I'm talking about? So they already here. They probably at the airport. Hey, all they do is put their flash drive in the air traffic control, and that sucker done. You know, they put a bug in it already. This dude. I say the Babylon Great is really they trashed out. They already compromised, man. So it's gonna be war already. Then like Edomites gonna be fighting each other. Edomites so done. They fight over political things. They be Republican, Democrat. They be at my job banging over. I'm like, y'all so stupid. Don't y'all know they both serve the same leaders, the Israelis? But you can't tell them that. I like Watu. He about to bang over there. I'm like, that's like Crips and Bloods to me.
Yeah.
Because it's like red and blue.
That's the original Crips and Bloods.
Yeah, they over there banging over there. They like, Tay, don't talk to him. He a Democrat. We Republicans over here. We Republicans. I'm just listening like, and you'll see certain Edomites like, you don't like him because he a Democrat, you a Republican. And he a liberal, you a conservative. And this is all that division, man. To let you know, like, this place is through, man. They're done. Straight up done, man. And then in a minute, they argue with each other. In a minute, they're going to bring out that dirty Harry. They will start shooting each other. Like, because of you and the Republicans and the Project 2025, the Harris Foundation, my daughter ain't got no Medicaid. Wow. You know? Or I ain't got no fixed state because of you, or no food stamps because of you. It's because of your vote. And you an idiot. They're going to put back, well, goddamn it, fucking Obama, goddamn Joe Biden. You know, they talk over hillbilly rednecks. They're going to bang with each other over politics. No overview. There's gonna be a war on that, especially when that money dry up. That's what we looking at. The only thing holding this thing together is the money. And they already said the money gonna belly up. Donald Trump just signed with the Genius Act for the money to go digital. So I'm looking at them like there's certain places where you can't even use cash. I'm hearing it from other people. You got to use your debit card. So it's already in place. So when that cash belly up, which is the only thing holding this place together, war gonna break out. Because once the cash go up, the money up, then the food gonna get short. And like I said, we talking before camp. I got people telling me the trucking industry is done. It's dead. They getting out of it. They coming there working warehouse work. Like ain't no money in trucking. And that used to be a lucrative business or industry. You know, that's why people got into it. You know, you give up your stability in your family life, hit the road to make big bucks. Now there's no big bucks in it. So why do it? So now dudes spinning their wheels just cause. Then I was talking earlier, Donald Trump is a union buster. He about to get rid of all unions. That's gonna cause a lot of friction and fighting and all of that. Like I done worked 30 years for a pension, and you done took it away and gave me a punko 401k. Oh no, man.
When you really dig into that information, you would see that Donald Trump is really trying to make America great again while he's getting rid of the union. Because really, we all know who's in control. Like, you know, a lot of the races. A lot of us, when we at work working a 9 to 5, we know for a fact that some of our managers and supervisors are fucking racist, right? So they don't like us anyway. And so when they get rid of that union, they're gonna set up shit to where they can easily fire you without cause. And that's what Donald Trump get ready to start set up. And so once that happens, that's gonna further increase that civil unrest. You know, we didn't already witnessed it already where there was a news article where this Jake got fired. And he went back and killed the supervisor. You know, and you're gonna see that shit's gonna trickle down. It's already here, you know, with the protests, Democrats versus Republicans. You're gonna see that shit starting to happen at your job, man. You at one point in time, you're gonna be like, it's safe to go to work, but then one day you're gonna look up, one of your employees get into it, and then one of your employees gonna unalive you. You're gonna see that on the job one day, man.
You don't want to be no manager, man. That's next impersonation. Yep. Like you said, what he wants to do, he wants to make America white again, where Esau got all the power. See, Esau done lost the power because he done lost his wisdom. He's dumb. And so these companies are like, man, I'm going to hire a Jake. Jake can run the show. Jake is smart. Jake is a good problem solver. People get along with Jake better than Esau because we're more people person. You know, we got more compassion. So we're better at jobs where you got to deal with people versus Esau. Because the Edomite woman, she can't even stand her man no more. So the Edomite man used to run the show. He ain't running the show no more. And Trump was trying to put that power dynamic back in place. And Lord like, nah, man. The Lord like, hey, cast down. You're cast down. You're trash. You're dumb. I'm not letting that happen. And they been hard head. Like Esau like, hell nah. I'm going to push him out. I don't care if he dumb and he a drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that dude? Pete Hegseth. Like, look at Trump's whole cabinet shows you straight incompetence. You know? So Esau don't care. I don't care if this dude smoke crack, like Joe Biden's son. I don't care if he on meth. I don't care if he, ruin every project he do and he make the company go in the red. I don't care. I'm gonna push him up anyway because he's the Edomite man. He's a white man, and it's destroying his whole industry.
That lines up perfectly what the Lord said in Malachi 1 and 4. Because he said, Esau said, we are impoverished, we will return and build a desolate place. But what the Lord said, he said, I will throw that place, I'm gonna throw it down. And that right there is alive and is living well. That scripture right there, it basically turned everything to Esau. Every time Esau even try to build anything, it basically trickling down. That's the Lord's work right there, man. Y'all about y'all shot that it was gonna happen, and you seeing it happen.
Obviously, baby. And like I said, what's that? Jeremiah 49:10, his seed is spoiled.
Right.
So Esau can't push his son up. What they call it? Nepotism? Nepotism. Yeah, nepotism. Like he can't do that no more. That's how they did their rulership, kind of like a king thing. Like my son gonna rule after I rule, and I'm gonna groom him to be like how I am. Now he can't do that no more because Junior is smoking back and fentanyl. So see it's spoiled, man. He alphabet agenda. He don't even like women. So that's the cutoff right there. Junior ain't about that. That's why that in laboratories. They ain't trying to make GMO babies because Junior don't like going off on women. He like to go off in men. So you ain't gonna get no more natural births. And they stuff us down. Then the Edomite woman, she go to the clinic to get abortion way before the Israelite woman now, because she doing 100-man gangbang. Nobody want to marry her. The Edomite woman is trash. Yeah, like I said, 1,000 men. I'm like, I didn't think that was possible. Now, who the hell wants that after that? Like, Pepper, you on OnlyFans doing 1,000-man gangbang. I wouldn't even want to touch that with a pole. Like, your stuff might disintegrate if you go off in that. I don't think it's a condom known to man that can protect you from whatever diseases she got. She let 1,000 dudes dip up in her. That's 1,000 chances to get an STD.
Them will be the main ones that go.
Huh?
They're going to be like the ones that know that they ain't fucking burning. They're going to be lining up for that.
Because they can't get it regularly. Huh? Yeah. She like an open 24-hour quick trip.
Yeah.
Everybody get in.
It's like ladies' night. It's free.
Yeah, you number 846. You got a tag, a sticker. Number 846.
Oh, man, shit, 900.
Yeah, that little ticket. You got the thing, little ticket.
That's the Social Security office.
Number 42. You know what I'm saying? I'm number 156. That's sick.
All morning
That's sick, man. So the Edomite woman is tainted because she's like the biggest. She's like Babylon. She's the biggest whore on the planet, man. You know, she's the OnlyFans chick. Then the Edomite man, you know, he's trash, meth head. And then look, you gotta think about this, Akil, this war. The Gen Z, what we just talked about, they still feel entitled. She like, I don't care if I let 1,000 men. I deserve a good husband that makes 6 figures, that's 6 foot, that got a 6-pack of abs, and if I don't get them, I'm gonna just blam all y'all on the block because I didn't get what I wanted. Because y'all shouldn't judge me based on my past. So she'll get a gun and get the unalive. And then the Edomite man, if he don't get the job and Jake get the job over him, he might want to unalive that Jake. I don't care if I smoke meth and smoke fentanyl and got fired from 6 other jobs. I deserve that because I'm an Edomite man. How dare you put a nigger over me because he's qualified? I don't care if he went to Harvard and he top of his class and everywhere he go, he get top business. I'm the white man. I'm supposed to be number. That's the pride kicking in.
That's that spirit of Cain right there.
God, he feel like he deserves it because he's a white man. Trump said that I'm the greatest. Therefore, I should get it. That's that pride gonna kick in big time. We at the end.
Hey, Trump is an example of that.
God.
When it came to qualifications, Kamala was way more qualified to be president.
God, they do the failed businessman.
He ain't got no qualifications.
Yeah, he like GEI. They said, like you say, he failed everything he do.
He a felon.
Yeah, he a felon, 34-time felon. Hey, got a felon president.
Hey, I can't say it enough, man. That's the spirit of Cain.
Got caught paying hoes. He can't really back on chicks like that. He just pay for hoes. So he ain't a good talker. It's about negotiating the deal. He don't never get the deal. What deal did he make? He fell on every deal he do.
Hey, Stormy Daniels came out. Her book just came out, and she's going into detail on Trump. On why, basically, from what I've seen, she's like, yeah, he got to go deal with them little girls because he ain't packing nothing, basically. That's why he's on the Epstein list.
Yeah, he got that little meat, man.
Yeah, he got to go get a little 12-year-old. That's why he's going to Epstein list every 2 weeks.
Yeah, how many failed marriages he done had?
He done had 3.
You can't satisfy them, man. They got to go let the pool boy hit it.
That's why they suing South Park. On South Park, they made A sketch of him, nigga with a small knee. And Trump with a small knee.
Hey, that lead to envy too. That's Star Wars. You know, Jake coming in with the meat. Hey, he can satisfy the Edomite woman. Esau can't. And that leads to war right there. Like, how dare you take my woman and give her thrill she's never felt in her life. And the passion she never felt in her life. You know, we passionate lovers. Esau not, man. Esau got a little beat, 2 minutes. She ain't satisfied with that.
Rabbit pumped you and done.
Yeah. So what she do? She divorce Esau, get the bag of money, go follow Tyrone. Hey, and then Tyrone get the money. Hey, Tyrone own all kinds of companies. You know what I'm saying? He on top. Esau at the bottom, scraping chains together, and like that he can't let that go on. That leaves that he got to get the gun, leaves the war. Cause Jay, hey, if that leaves us alone, Jay could make another Black Wall Street. Cause we got the skill set.
We do it within a year.
Exactly. We got the mentality. So it is they try to keep on top of us, so we won't, thrive anymore. But now it's getting harder to keep us down because we just seeping through the cracks, man. We like water. We just coming through this end, coming through that end. So Esau like, you know what? We got to blow the whole system up. There can't be no system. We got to blow the whole system up, bring a new system up with surveillance. That's why you got Planetar, you got AI, all this. They're doing a technological new beast system to where it'd be like real strict and only keep the Edomite man on top. And that's what we dealing with, man. It's going to be a war. Because Jake, even the 2/3, like, I ain't about to deal with that. Man, I'm going to grab my AK and we're going to bang on that, man. I'm just trying to, don't get mad at me because I'm more qualified than you. So that's that, like you read earlier, that's that nation versus nation. And it's jealousy and envy. Because, what's it, Ezekiel 35, Esau got a perpetual hatred for Jake. Never ending. And now it's more stuff to make him jealous because Esau is at the worst he ever been. This whole system decrepit. You even got other Edomites talking about Edomites. Like, the white man is trash. The white man sucks. The white man ain't this, ain't that. So now they banging with each other. Jake over here, Jake getting together. Jake making fuel out of plastics, making water out of thin air, making, like, I'm talking about groundbreaking inventions. Esau like, man, hell no.
Hey, them two brothers got together. And now they basically the one that's gonna make the water out of plastic hooked up with dude that can make something out of the water out of air. And they done hooked up their machines and shit. And it was the brother that made an engine that could run off of water. And then they got hooked up with the dude that can make water out of air. So they didn't hooked up and be like, this is free energy. Wow. This brother making water out the air and he put it in his brother's engine that's running off the water that this brother just made out of thin air.
They don't like that. They connect right there now. Esau like, hell no. Hell no. I think one of them had to go in high.
Yeah, they both got to go in high.
That Jake that made the guy. Yeah, he went in hiding for a little bit.
Yeah, you got that.
No, he on TikTok. They together talking shit.
He resurfaced there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that.
But they both gonna have to go back in high. They like, you can't be having cars running off the thin air.
Yeah.
That's so Esau the bloody man. He don't want innovation. That's why we stagnant. Because innovation comes from the children of Israel. Because we're the ones that got the wisdom. That's why we stagnant. Esau wanted to keep everything the way it was. And it's making everything erode.
It'll keep him on top if you keep everything the way it was. Because if them brothers came out, hey, that'll put Jake on top. It'll shut down his little gasoline, oil fracking businesses. It'll shut down the water system and everything, paying for water. So you're just getting free water out of the air and everything.
And it showed the wisdom of Jake too. They want to put the narrative out that we're some dumb monkeys. We don't know how to act. Because if that gets out, that'll go worldwide. And other nations be like, man, Israelites are the shit. Esau don't want that narrative to get out there like that. Like, no, y'all supposed to look up to me. Not look up to Jake. And then that'll bring out the oppression. Yeah, that'll show Esau been in that bad life. Like, you're oppressing us. You're keeping the world in turmoil. You're the cancer.
That's more fuel for Esau to go to war on Jake. If he already have enough ammo to go to war on them.
And that's what they found out when they took TikTok down. And people went to Red Note and seen that, the vision that we see of the rest of the world ain't what's really going on. When they went to Red Note and seen, damn, they living like that in China and all these other places that we think is in poverty. And then they was questioning, why are we living the way we're living if they live in this fabulous? And it all came down, we got to keep these niggas down.
You know how universal health care because of racism.
Yeah. Free college
innovation is destroyed because of racism. It's all the hatred for Jake. Everybody's seeing that. It was bad on Esau. You got to be right on that. And that's going to lead to that war because it's the jealousy, the envy. Esau looking at the brother make a machine where he can make water out of thin air, and this brother can make fuel out of plastic and all kind of stuff like that. That's jealousy. So now, because of that envy, I'm about to just unalive all y'all.
Hey, but like you just said that the world is realizing Jake is the shit. That's why they sending billions of dollars over here. Like, man, let's help these brothers out. But the American government is blocking it. No, don't give these niggas no money. Y'all give these niggas some money, it's gonna be out of control.
I heard Muammar Gaddafi's gonna send some money to the Jakes over here for us. That's the other nations to help out Jake is that Esau blocking it.
Yeah.
And to me, with him doing that, it's only gonna make it worse. Because they're just gonna make it show you the enemy.
Yeah.
That's why I look at Esau, like the best thing Esau could do is like let go of being wicked, but I know they can't do it. They can't let go. It's their nature, yeah. But that's the only way they can fix everything. Like let go. Quit being wicked, let go. And let Jake, do his thing, but they can't do that. Hell no. That's why Babylon won't be healed.
One of his decrees is he wanted to, put himself in the place of God, but wasn't one of the steps to get that. He wanted to put himself over the stars of heaven. But the stars of heaven is actually Jake's. It's 12 tribes. Right. So in order for him to stay above us, he's got to keep us down. He got to make sure that we never rise up. He's not going to ever let no Jake rise up to where he's putting himself over Esau. He can say, as long as we can keep them under us, we stay in control. As soon as that stop happening, Esau, no, I'm out of here.
That's the spirit of Pharaoh.
Yep.
It's the same thing right there.
And that's what's happening now. And that's why we're seeing war kick up all over the place.
God, the only way to get through to this, because what does Esau like to do? He like war. He got empowered by war. He going to go out of power by war. And he think we bringing it, man. That's really the Lord bringing that. The Lord said, I'm a man of war. So Yahushua like, okay, my people getting right. So guess what? Edom, I'm declaring war. It's even the scripture might have to bring it out. He said, I have war with Amalek generation to generation. And the Lord rising up again like, hey, man, I'm on your ass, I'm about to come up with war. And then, you don't want to go to war with the Lord. This is a spiritual entity. So he can hit you on all kind of badges, sides. And, hey, I wouldn't want to go to war with nothing spiritual, man. That's what I'm looking at E like, hey, dude, you fighting a losing war. You about to lose, man. How you going to fight something that's like in everything? How can you fight that?
Yeah, I got to go back to what we're saying. This is Isaiah 34:8. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. And Jake is Zion, and the controversy, the rest of the world is seeing who we really are, and they want to put us up on the pedestal so that they all can survive. But Esau's jealousy is not going to let that happen. And that's what they really going to be going to war for. The rest of the world is going to be like, man, it's time for us to put the Most High's chosen people back in their place. And Esau's jealousy of that is what's going to cause this, his world to end.
That also lines up perfectly with Revelation 12th chapter where it says when the serpent thought that he was cast out and he meant to war with the woman, they brought forth the man child.
Yeah.
And Luke paraphrasing, he said the earth was helping the woman. And that lines up perfect with that prophecy right there. And that goes into when the earth was helping the woman, they was trying to give them resources right there.
Yeah, 12:12. Get the Amalek.
Oh, yeah. This is Exodus chapter 17 and verse 16. And he said, for he said, because the Lord, Yahushua has sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation.
So that shows, hey, Lord is not going to let off for Esau, man. He said Amalek. Amalek is a true tribe of Esau. That's your Ishmael, your small hatter, 1948er. That's Amalek. And if that's the chief tribe, that means that's where all the head, central, everything goes on. You take the head out, you take the body out. So the Lord is right now, he's saying that priest right there, he going at the head. He said, I'm at your head, generation to generation. So he told E right there, you will not escape this, man. And now we start to see the Lord really come against Esau. Because Amalek is under attack. That's why they're making all the moves. They spreading out, unaliving everybody because the Lord is upon them, man. He done blew up their whole enterprise, man. Everybody, they got some sense, now knows that you are not a real Jew. They had Candace Owens come out and say that. Tucker Carlson came out and said that. They got even what's the dude's name? Pierre Morgan. They got him saying that. Now it's going to be an everyday thing. That's going to be like known information that you're not a real Jew. And with that, that's your covering cast coming down. Once you lost that covering cast, then everybody that got war, bring the sword, they're not gonna respect you. They're gonna come bring war to you. Like, man, no, you not. The real ones is over there in America, under subjection, under oppression. You not that. And then once the Amalek lose the covering, all Edomites lose the cover.
Hey, but Amalek, they know that in the end, the judgment for the rest of the heathens is going to be basically a 1,000-year bid. But all of the Edomites, they go on the death row, you know. And he realizes that. I don't think that the rest of the heathens realize that part of it.
Yeah, that's it. With Isaiah the 14th chapter, where he said, slay every nephew, every man child of the nation of Israel.
And every remnant.
Yeah, and Obadiah as well too.
He said, let them make no more cities in the world.
It's about to happen. That's why he's the most desperate. And all the heathen nations, who's making the biggest turmoil? The so-called white man, Esau.
That's why he's gonna push the button and try to destroy everything with nuclear missiles.
Yeah. He's looking back and seeing out of the heathens, they turn the state's evidence against him. He realized I ain't got a chance. I'm fucked. And as well, like what I was just saying, I might as well just go all out now.
I'm pretty much summarizing it, and that's what it says in Revelation the 12th chapter. So really, we can start at Revelation chapter 12 and verse 9, and it says, "And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world." And we got you going in on Amalek, who deceives the whole world, saying that they are the people of Yahweh Shah. Now they're being exposed for being applied. Okay, and he said he was cast out into the earth, and his angels was cast out with him. And he said his angels were cast out with him. When you go to the word angel, it means messenger, which is also goes to his media. All right, a lot of people don't even go to NBC, all of the news outlet anymore. They go to TikTok. They go into social media now. All right, and if you jump down to verse 12. And it says, and now that Esau, he didn't know that he's being cast out. And it said, therefore rejoice ye heaven, and ye that dwell in them, woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time.
That wrath is the war. He coming down with great wrath. The great wrath, he gonna come with straight war, man. Everything he got in the back, he about to unleash. Super soldiers, drones, all the technology. Every U.S. troop he got available to him, whatever type of troop, UN, national security, everything. Great wrath, and he bringing everything he got to destroy something. He bringing it out. And in verse warfare.
And in verse 13, it says, and when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child. And he persecuted the woman who brought forth the man child, which is basically the whole nation of Yasharala, so-called Negro Latino Native American. That's why he's doing what he's doing with the immigrant. Okay, he's getting rid of the 14th Amendment, which basically impeding on the rights of the so-called Negro. All right, and he's trying to further persecute the natives as well too. The natives, they're doing new things with the casino, and Esau Edom is trying to get more money out of him as well. Right, so he persecuting the woman with his Yasharala. All right, and in verse 14, and it says, and the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might flee into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time and a half, and a time for a face of the serpent. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood, which is going back into that media, right? And it says, after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. And it's in verse 16, we're going back to what we mentioned earlier. And the earth helped the woman, the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth. All right, which is basically going into all the other nations. We're pretty much trying to help out Yasharala. All right, with effectively with the bringing in resources. And in verse 17, it says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, will keep the commandment of Yahweh and have the testimony of Yahweh.
They mad at us because his nation birthed the man child is going to destroy him, which is Yahweh. His world is not like Yahweh, because Yahweh is going to destroy this current world. It's going to destroy Esau's current infrastructure. And so that's the war right there. Not only did the devil go on to war with children of Israel, he's going to war with the power that created the sun, moon, and the stars. you know, Yahweh Bashiach was shot. But they said you can't box with God, but Esau, he didn't hear that part. So that's what he's trying to do. So he's bringing war on the children of Israel. He's bringing war on Yahweh Shah. And I'm looking like Yahweh Shah gave you your blessing, devil. So why do you expect you're going to beat him? That's why we rejoice and we have the confidence that like we're going to win this thing, right? That's what we tell everybody. Get into the secret place for Yahweh Bashiach Shah because Yahweh Shah already whooped Esau. You already beat Esau.
I got another quick one to go back you up. This is Daniel chapter 2 and 44. And it says, in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. And that's going into Yahweh Shai when he come back. He's going to destroy all the corrupt, the corrupt government, right? And he's basically going to destroy all the kingdoms, and the kingdom of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai is going to be forever. And it's not going to be left for no other people. It's going to be for the nation of Israel.
Got one too, going back to what Tay was saying, talking about hey, we got to be strong in the Lord because hey, we already know what's going on, and Esau coming down. This is Ephesians 6 and 10. It says, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord." And that's the thing. Like we got war on all sides, man. So we got to be strong in the Lord. And if you're strong in the Lord already, you got to stay strong in the Lord. Hey, Satan is trying to sift people out of this thing. It says, "Finally, my brother, be strong in the Lord and the power of his might." So hey, we know the Lord is inestimable, man. Like the power of his might. We got the victory already. It ain't no losing. So we got to be strong instead and be rooted and grounded in that, man. And know that hey, the Lord is the Almighty. So if we're a part of the elect, ain't nothing Esau could do. It says, "Put on the whole armor of Yahweh that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." And that's all that's going on when you come in like a flood. Whenever we bring all his armies and all the chaos and all the wars around us, hey, we got to stand strong, put on that whole armor of the Lord, and we'll be protected. Meditate on how the Lord is going to save us, and not dwell on like, hey, if you're going to perish or not.
And that's good. Also goes into that spiritual war too, because you got a lot of people that's into witchcraft as well too. That's a spiritual war going on as well too.
So with that being said, man, I'll just edify and give all praise glory to Yahweh Bashiach, Yahweh Shai, Bashiach, guys.
Yasharala,
Yasharala, baby.
Shalom.
Hey, stay locked in, man. Yahweh Shai's cooking on the way.